In the year 145 AD, the Roman Empire was at the height of its power, and on the coast of North Africa stood one of the most important cities in the empire, Carthage. This was the same city Rome had once destroyed during the Punic Wars. But instead of leaving it in ruins forever, the Romans rebuilt it into a major political and economic centre. Then Emperor Antoninus Pius, he ordered the construction of an enormous bath complex on the edge of the Mediterranean Sea. Not just a public bathhouse, the largest Roman baths ever built outside the city of Rome itself. Rome didn't just conquer territories, Rome transformed them. But building these baths created a serious problem. The chosen location sat directly beside the shoreline, where the ground was unstable and filled with water. The engineers couldn't build deep foundations without hitting groundwater, so they came up with a different solution. Instead of digging down, they built upward. The project relied on two completely different groups of people: paid professional craftsmen who were hired to handle the skilled engineering and architecture, and thousands of slaves who were forced to do the heavy backbreaking labour. They constructed a massive platform using giant stone arches and underground vaults. At the same time, Roman engineers installed one of the most advanced heating systems of the ancient world. Huge furnaces burned beneath the building day and night. The hot air travelled through empty spaces under the floors and inside hollow walls, heating the entire rooms from below. It worked similar to modern underfloor heating. The system allowed different sections of the bath to stay at different temperatures, from warm relaxation rooms to extremely hot, feeding wood into the furnaces to maintain the heat throughout the massive complex. For the ancient world, it was an incredible engineering achievement. By around 162 AD, the baths finally opened to the public. First came the changing rooms, covered by towering ceilings. After that came warmer rooms designed to prepare the body for the caldarium, the hottest room in the complex. But the baths were far more than a place to wash. They functioned as a social centre of the city. Politicians come here to cut deals, local guys sat around arguing about life, and athletes boxed and wrestled right outside the courtyard, then used the baths afterwards. For many citizens, the baths were a part of daily life. Generations of people used the complex, and keeping it running required enormous resources. The furnaces consumed huge amounts of wood every day to maintain the heated rooms. Fresh water constantly flowed through aqueducts, stretching for miles across North Africa. Workers repaired pipes, cleaned pools, and maintained floors and kept the heating systems functioning. Despite political instability, economic struggles, and changes in leadership, the baths continued operating for centuries. The complex became one of the strongest examples of Roman engineering and infrastructure in the region. The end came in 439 AD. That year, a Germanic group known as the Vandals captured Carthage during their invasion of North Africa. During the conflict, the aqueduct system supplying the city was badly damaged. Without fresh water, the baths could no longer function. The pools emptied, the furnaces shut down, the entire complex stopped operating. Over time, the abandoned structure became a source of building material. Marble walls and decorative columns were removed and reused elsewhere. Eventually, large sections of the roof collapsed, burying much of the site beneath the debris. One of the greatest bath complexes in the Roman world slowly disappeared. Right beside the grand complex lay the silent cities of the dead, the ancient tombs of Carthage. For centuries, these burial grounds sat just beyond the noise of the bathhouse, remains of the Carthaginian ancestors. As the empire crumbled and the baths fell into ruin, these tombs faced a similar fate. And centuries of soil slowly buried the stone vaults. Yet like the massive arches of the baths, these tombs survive beneath the earth. Today they offer a quiet, haunting reminder of the individuals who once walked these coastal streets. Today, the surviving ruins of the baths still stand on the coast of Tunisia, revealing the engineering that once supported the entire complex. Even in ruins, the scale of the baths is still impressive. The Roman baths represent more than ancient architecture. They show how Rome used massive building projects and total luxury to show off its power to the world. And nearly 2,000 years later, the remains of the complex still tell that story.